Shi Puki Jushin Metotom Rira Vinshi Nyende Genpali Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwargi Rokun Namda Shingla Chuparsho Inam Guru Radha Mandala Kamniyatayami Chudam Soki Chonam La Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Daki Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Druparsho Chudam Soki Chonam La Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Daki Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Druparsho Chodam Soki Chonam La Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Druparsho. Alright then. Excuse me between bites. So Seiji's translating a text called Crown of Knives. It was written 1,000 years ago by somebody named Dharma Rakshita. And it was given to Atisha. And he brought it to Tibet. And Atisha is like the spiritual grandfather of Tsongkhapa. Helped bring this lineage to Tibet. So this is a really important Lojong. Lojong means a teaching which is meant to help you develop a good heart that cares about all people and wants to help all people. Okay, so it's called developing the good heart. Is the literature type that he's translating. And in that poem are many karmic correlations. If you do this, you get this. If you do this, you get this. And I used it to do the Diamond Cutter business book. It's the basis of the Diamond Cutter business book, one section of it. So we have an Austrian sponsor too. They asked me, they said, we'll give you 10,000 euros. And then the other one gave 10,000 euros if you translate a book about karma correlations. So I said, yeah, I got this guy named Seiji, and we'll translate this book for you. So Nick and I went looking for a commentary, and we found one by a lama who was the abbot of Radren, which happens to be the monastery that Atisha founded with his student Dromtenje in Tibet, south part of Tibet. So that's where we are. And we've been having some introductory material, but now we've reached the guts of it. And we have to move fast because Seiji's going to teach it in Guadalajara at the Lam Rim. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this part, which is not on the screen.
Seiji, can you hit the button on the Apple TV?
It's going. Tamarakshite Atishala Nawi Lojong Sunjakoro. This is called the Crown of Knives, which is like a helicopter blade that tortures you. That's a long story. Which is a book on developing the good heart, granted to Atisha by Dharma Rakshita. And these are 11 days of teachings. These are live teachings recorded from about 1800, is it? I think so. Let me check. 18 something. The author is 1759 to 1815. So these were taught around this was taught around 1800. And it was 11 days of teachings, and one of his students wrote down notes, and they're very eloquent. So we're studying those notes. And the root text just said, why do we call it Crown of Knives? And in this case, you can think of one of those Chinese. What do you call those things?
Chinese star.
Flying guillotine?
Like a star, yeah.
Oh,
the ninja
And
star.
ninja star,
Sure.
yeah. It's like a ninja star. And he says these crown of knives, they're normally used to cut the enemy, to pierce them at the killing point. Meaning a great warrior doesn't expend unneeded effort. So they don't chop away at the guy's arms and legs. They get inside and they go beep at the heart, and in that square inch, you poke for 4 inches, the guy's dead. Or you can chop at his arms and legs for 2 hours. See what I mean? So get inside, hit the killing point. In Sanskrit, marmahata. Marmahata. Marma means death, like in mortuary or murder, or and then hata comes from han, which came into English as gun. So shoot the crucial point. Don't mess around with the arms and legs. Like go for the jugular. Yeah. Anyway, then the author, the speaker, mentioned that in days gone by, the Sakyas, which is another tradition in Tibet, one of the 4 great schools in Tibet, the Sakyas, they had a tradition about killing points. And they used to talk about 3 kinds of killing points as a metaphor for this killing point. Then it's called Shinken Shinginela Kepa, the woodsman, the wood chopper, who's a master at the killing point of trees. Shenbasoki Nela Kepa, the butcher, who's a master at the killing point of an animal. Don't chop at the cow with a knife for half an hour. Just do tup, and the cow dies. Okay, which is sort of a terrible example, but that's life. And then the Tukorken Nela Kepa. Yeah, there weren't metal machines in those days, but there were things with pulleys and wooden gears that they used, for example, to pull water up from a lower field to a higher field. These are all called tunkor. So tunkor is a wooden machine, or the old-time machine with ropes and wood. So tunkor kinela kepa means somebody who knows how to cut it, hit the killing point in a wooden machine. And that's all. He goes on. He doesn't explain the Sakya thing. We had it in Tantric class because it relates to the chakras. So I think it's really sexy that Seiji's book, the first thing the guy teaches is how to strike your chakras. He's already talking Tantra. This is a very deep Tantric subject. So I thought it's a very cool story. The story is very cool. So I went and got it for you. And it'll be a very long footnote. But it would make a great lecture in Guadalajara. So we're going to go to a Sakya master called Sarchen, who's very, very famous in the Vajrayogini teachings for his prayer based on the Lamrim secret and open and secret. And it's at the end of the Vajrayogini thing that we do every 2 weeks. And when you do Seichu, you try to read that prayer at the end. It also comes at the end of the fire offering. Okay, it's just very famous. So this is a commentary by Sarchen. Okay. By the way, this commentary doesn't have a decent title. It has a poem. It starts with a poem. There's no title, and it doesn't have a title in the colophon.
Oh.
So it came to be listed as the poem. So this whole thing is, it's about. It's a weird case where it doesn't have a title. Maybe you can title it Sarchen's Untitled Work. Okay, well, we can work out a title. Okay, I tried. I couldn't find it. Okay, Sarchen's monk name is Losal Gyatso. He was born in 1502. He died in 1566 or 1560. I put it in the notes here. You have it. Okay, So we're going to read his commentary on these three kinds of killing points. And it's a beautiful commentary. And otherwise, all you get is a mention of the three and you don't know what it's about. There's no explanation. Seiji, can you tell me while I eat a bite of hamburger why we're talking about killing points?
Because to develop a good heart, you need to attack the main problem, which is taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The killing point is selfishness, self-interest.
Cherish.
Okay. If you can strike there, everything else falls down. It's like the brick to pull out, and then the whole 3-story building falls down. So it means deal with your selfishness first. Kill that, and everything else will come. Meditation, emptiness, compassion. Just put your effort into the killing point, which is selfishness. Taking care of me first. All right? Strike there, and everything else comes easy. Okay? And that's the whole theme of this whole book. It's about selfishness. Okay? A whole book. He will be the last person to finish. His book will be 500 pages long. Okay? By the time he's finished. Okay? God bless. God willing. Okay. Okay, here we go. I didn't divide it yet into sections, but I'll do it later. Okay, let's just leave that. Kezoki lam samon ne matulor temba shindunyam sun langbe sunjepe yeshi gula ke. Kedzog is the two parts of the tantric practice. Okay, secret Buddhism. Gerim and Zogrim. Okay, Gerim means I like to define it this way: trying to make contact with angels. Trying to make contact with angels. Okay, Gerim. Zogrim is learning from them how to become them, and that's called completion stage. So there's development stage, and then there's completion stage. They teach you how to be like them. But to do that, you have to make contact with them. Okay. Sabmo means these profound points. Ne matur demba shindu. Ne matur means don't make any mistake about the crucial point. Okay. Don't make any mistake about the crucial point of secret practice. Demba shindu nyamsa langbe. If you nyamsu lang is an idiom that means if you put into practice, practical, put into practice instead of theory. It's always opposed to theory, as opposed to theory. If you nyamsa lamba, the teachings correctly, shindu, okay, as it's taught, then you will get sunjepe yeshigilake. You will get what we call, I forget how I translate it, approximate wisdom. Okay, not the 100%. It's called approximate wisdom. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'll give you a definition later, because I don't remember. Okay, Digyu kombale tsunja dinki yeshinguntigyua. If you meditate on that wisdom, then you get the wisdom which is approximated, the real one. Okay? Then you get the real one. Okay? Then come there. Therefore, dena, kabdir means on this occasion in this teaching, inside of Sarchin's teaching, we're going to talk about the latter. Now, latter here means two ways of teaching emptiness. Do you remember directly and indirectly? What are they?
Leading you, talking about it, is indirect and leading you to see it yourself as direct.
One of them was the one
Yeah.
the other was going to the beach.
Yeah. Describing the ocean or giving you direction.
Yeah, you can either drag a person to the beach and show them the ocean. This is a big deal in Tibet because they don't have an ocean. Drag them to the side of the Indian Ocean and say that's where the ocean is. Or you can spend a long time and describe it to them you can give them a detailed map and they can see it themselves in the end, okay? They can get there themselves with instructions, okay? So here he's talking about gyune means indirect, or through a process, this person is going to see emptiness, okay? So chima means the latter of the two choices. Drag them there, show them the ocean, or give them a detailed map and say, God bless, see you in 3 months. Okay?
I always forget which is
By the way, you can either teach emptiness directly by using a shell, and we use a pen. In the old days, you used a shell,
That's
because
right. Okay.
as I remember.
Got it.
And then indirectly is teach them yoga.
Okay.
Oh.
And they will see emptiness in 6 months or something. Like if they do good yoga, it will change their chakras. You see, that in Buddhism, that's the purpose to do yoga. It's to prepare your mind for seeing emptiness. Okay, so teach them chakras, teach them to work with their chakras, and that's like giving them a roadmap. And then they can go in a room and do that for 6 months, and then every day, and then it should trigger a perception of emptiness. Okay, that's called indirect. Okay, now all of us have done yoga for a long time.
And
6 months.
Probably we didn't do it right. I don't know. Okay, gyune tumbe damngak, tumbe chepala. So I'm gonna give you the damngak means personal instructions in where we teach emptiness, chunyi, the way of all things, right? Gyune, indirectly. We're gonna teach you something about your chakras. Okay, rather than with a pen. That's considered direct. Okay, then besumki. We're going to use 3 different metaphors, or 3 different examples, to teach a single point. Tenla bepa means to make a certain point. Tenla bepa means to establish a certain point. We're going to teach you a certain concept by using 3 metaphors. The concept is of a killing point. You know, you touch this chakra in this place, you will see emptiness directly. You see, dig down, stab there, and you will see emptiness directly. Okay, that's the idea. So it's cool that the Lama brought it up, because A, it relates to Vajrayogini, which is our tantric practice, and then secondly, you know, he's talking about yoga. He's referencing a very deep practice. What's the parallel? Marmahat. Where's the cutting point?
Striking the crucial
Striking
point,
point.
which is the chakra.
Self-cherishing.
Self-care.
Self-
Taking care of me first. Here, the thing we're reaching in under the guy's guard to stab him there is all samsara is the big guy. And then the killing point is try to stop taking care of yourself and ignoring others. At the cost of others, at the expense of others. Stop that. And then the whole thing will collapse. The enemy will fall down. All the troubles in your life, including mortality. Okay. So, he says, I'm going to give you 3 examples, 3 things. Deyang, Shemba sokin ne la kepa. Shemba here is spelled a little bit differently, but it's the same thing as B-S-H-A-N, and it means a butcher. Okay. Sok means the life force within a person. What's the other word for life in Tibetan?
Si.
See.
Sipa.
No, life.
Che.
Se-
Yeah, tse. How do you say long life?
Seiring.
Okay. Excuse me for eating. So the butcher who knows, and the idea is you go duck and the animal who kills over. It's like those super wushu guys. They don't fight for 2 hours. They just go. Doop. It's like in the movies, you know. And the guy falls down. Second, shinken shingi nela kepa. The woodsman who is wise in how trees work and knows the crucial point, knows the killing point for a tree. And now really why I gave you this whole thing is the third one's really sexy. And the first 2 are pretty easy, but the third one, you need this story. You need this scripture. It's nowhere else. Okay, and it took me a while to find it again. Gyumaken tunkokin nela kepa. Gyumaken means like a magician.
Illusionist?
Well, it's more like I would say it's the point here is not illusion. The point here is understands mystical things. A person who understands mystical things. Okay. Dumaken. Chungkorken Nela Kepa, who is wise in the killing point for a wooden contraption machine. And what that means, I'm going to tell you because it's so sexy. And it would make a nice 1 hour talk at a long room teaching. Especially if you talk slow. Okay. Here's the first one. Sokjak shi super chepana. If you're setting out to kill a certain animal, okay, in a butcher shop, ne mi shepa dume sokchak de yenlak sokche. You can have a lot of assistance, duma. You can have a lot of people in the room at the butcher shop who don't know the killing point. Ne mi she. They don't know about killing points. Sokchak de yenlak sokche. And they will chop away at the animal's limbs, arms and legs. They will sit there and try to kill the animal that way. Lu tamche pukyang, soki ne ma shepe. Puk here means poke and beak. We had bikche the other day. Ayah.
Yeah. It's Mount Neighbor.
Poke, yeah, so it means poke.
Yeah.
You can poke away at the whole body, okay? Every part of the body, lu tamje. But, soki ne ma shepe. But if you don't know the killing point,
It's going to take a long time.
Nyurdu Chimingyo. Yeah, it will not die quickly. Nyurdu means quickly. Chiwa means die. Okay? But the Shemba, the master butcher, de kanla sok nepe ne shepa. He knows the particular tiny spot in an animal's body where the life force resides. Okay? The life force is there. Okay, Nela Shepe. Latene, understanding that, he will take a nyuktel. Nyuktel means a tiny piece of bamboo, like this much bamboo, and he'll go, thunk, like thunk, like this, thunk. Yeah, it means a tiny piece of bamboo, and he just goes pop, and hits the life point. Okay. Nyukul selam, or you could say nyuktel, which means a length of bamboo, small one. Pop. Or you can say tsuntramo, meaning like a small knife or something, like a pen knife or something. Okay, tramo. Chungse re gyap, stab it slightly, or apply it. Hit slightly with that. Gyap means it's an all-purpose verb for hit. Okay. Gyap just a bit. Okay. And kyang, even with just that, ke chikla in a finger snap, sokak.
Their life stopped.
Yeah, their life stops. Okay. The animal dies. Okay. Now he takes it the metaphor. He explains the metaphor before he goes on. Okay. They should do in the same way. Jangshi kana ne na neki ne mi shepar. If you don't know the crucial point for a certain spiritual practice, okay, Jangshi kana ne ne. If you don't know where the killing point for a certain spiritual practice is, you okay? You're making that face.
So is it like a foundational?
Yeah,
practice?
Jiangxi, yeah, the basis of all practice. Mishepar, lamla be che kyang. You can make lots of efforts in the path, but kyang, you had bepa in your text yesterday or today.
That was hours ago.
Gyaltsab J. What did he say?
Uh,
He said
Doesn't agree with or
no.
Bepa? Like this?
yeah, we learned it. Yeah, BAD.
He said bepa miche.
Oh, you won't. It's
About lo yupa.
Right.
Lo nangwa che yupa.
Right. I'm not even going to waste my time with people who think, and this is the verb for waste my time.
Yeah, to take your time.
Yeah,
It has the same flavor here. You can waste your time. You can, do all these Buddhist practices for a long time. But De Chengi Yeshi Kimi Nu, it's not going to trigger in you the wisdom of great bliss, which is a tantric goal of messing around with your chakras. Although I've rarely had great bliss after yoga. During yoga, after maybe.
Afterwards, yeah. it's always
Just after it ended, I have great bliss. Because I'm usually headed for breakfast. Okay. All right. So, Minu means you can't. You will never be able to trigger within yourself the wisdom of great bliss. Wisdom of great bliss means understanding the emptiness which is triggered by tantric means. Fooling around your chakras, manipulating your chakras, okay? Which can be done with a partner as well, okay? Or physical yoga practice. Jiangxi ne shepe mitpa trama kyang lengeki yeshi nudu kepayin. But if you grasp the crucial point, the killing point, right, of spiritual practice, right, the basic. If you understand the foundational practice, right, and you focus on it, then even with a mikpa tramo, so this mikpa means the mikpa of a meditation.
Object?
Yeah, here it means visualization practice.
Oh,
Okay,
If you
and
grasp the subtle.
Tramo means just a minor one. I mean, you don't have 62 deities and clear in your mind. Maybe your lama's eyes. Okay, maybe just your lama's eyes. You never get further than that. You never reach their belly button or something in your visualization. So, but if you know the killing point, with a small, almost insignificant meditation, Senkiki Yeshi Nirduke, you can quickly get simultaneous wisdom. Okay, simultaneous is a tantric word for bliss and voidness. Okay, you can quickly trigger deep tantric experience of emptiness, okay? If you know the killing point.
So Hlenke in the other text means the inborn tendency, but here in Hlenke.
Yeah, here it means two things combined. Emptiness and bliss. Wisdom and bliss, okay? Yordo, quickly, okay? Yen Sung, he said, so this seems to be a teaching also. Sarchan's text seems to be a teaching. By the way, I'll give you a clue. If the Sung were spelled with an S at the end,
Buddha.
no, it would say that book says. But if there's no S at the end, my Lama was saying. Okay? So it may be that this is also a transcript.
What's the difference in tense?
Yeah. He says. We use the reportive present tense in English. First he steps out of the White House, then he walks up to the podium, then he takes the microphone, and then he says all this stuff. You're reporting something from yesterday. You see, it's called the present continuous. Okay. Gagar, now, Nipani, now we came to the second metaphor. What is it?
The woodsman.
The woodsman. Good. Yeah. Here's the second one. Gyagar Lojong in the south of India. Nan.
No.
Indian. Nan Jai. Nan. How do you say south?
No, you're right.
Oh, I was.
Oh, was that Chinese?
It's an old joke. When I say Chinese, nobody knows I'm even speaking Chinese. Okay. All right, just forget it. The place is called Dakinipata. Dakinipata.
Dakini foot?
I doubt it. It's probably land of the Dakinis. It might be misspelled. The Dakini's okay, but the Pata might be Vata or, we don't know. We can look it up. I think Pata means a place. Shepe Yuna, in that locality, Shing Bombo Rik,
Tense.
there are very fat trees. Okay? Rikshik means there's one kind of bombo
Fat tree.
free. By the way, in Vinaya, which she's gonna get to, in the vowels, a fairly serious breaking of the vowel is called a bumble,
Oh, yeah.
a thick one. I think it's misspelled here, both ways. I think it's SBOMPO. Okay, we can go check. Okay, we can say bombo, okay, or bom, okay. Both spellings, and we can check it. This is an easy dictionary. Okay. Here, okay. See it? SBOMPO. So this is misspelled both ways. Okay. Where is that?
Oh, and it should
Yeah,
go.
this should be. This is how we correct something. Okay, that's the correct spelling. Okay, it's bomboy, not bomboy. Okay, bomboy. Rikshik, chut. Rikshik, chuppa duppa. If you want to cut it, okay. Oh, I got it. Tare, I've never seen it spelled this way, but tare means an axe, a small axe. An awl?
All is
A-W.
Hatchet.
Small axe, okay.
yeah.
I don't know Mumba, and it's misspelled in any case, but you take a Mumba axe. Maybe it means Mumba as far as the people who live in India in the jungle, I don't know. But you take a Mumba axe. Topa. Topa means, let me look it up. Topa gyatan, ton sokte, shingi chorin. Yeah, okay. You can carry 100 or 1,000 of these axes, and get people all together who are going to come with them. Assistants carrying axes, 100 or 1,000, small axes. Shingi chok rene che tsana, and they can chop at the tree from every direction. Chok rene, from every direction. Shingi, from each direction of the tree. Che tsana, they can chop away at the tree. Chok rene, jupte, they can do their thing, chok rene, from each one from his own direction. But chepa minu,
They won't cut it.
they won't fell the tree. Okay.
We won't be able to, right?
Yeah, we'll not be able to. There's a nipa. Shinken, shingde ne shepa,
Guy who
but the
knows.
master woodsman, who knows the killing point of the tree, okay. Chu yue ne, yes, sorry, you okay? They find the ne, they find the crucial point where the tree drinks its water from. Gyua means coursing, as in running, coursing through
The vein.
the veins. What do you call it? Vein of a tree, or?
Oh, there's a. There is
Yeah,
a.
xylem and phloem.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Anyway, they know the channels through which the tree takes its water. Okay, they know where they are. Okay. Okay. They know the crucial point through which the water flows. Okay, yasar, and to the point where that is, yasa la, where the veins are, at the point where the veins are, yasar, okay, where they are, they bukpa chungu. This is misspelled.
They hit it just a little bit. They give it a light tap.
Well, I looked it up in other texts, and bukpa means a small hollow object, like a small tube, like a cigarette holder. It's that kind of shape, the shape of a cigarette holder. Okay, they take a bukpa, okay, a little one, and shiktu stertapte shakpe. It's like how they milk maple trees.
Yeah.
And ser is a nail. Serpapte. They nail it in. They drive it in. Okay, this little tube. Okay? And ringbar malumbar, before long. So lumba means the passing of time. Ringbo means a long time. Ringbo malumbar, without much time going past. The dombo, misspelled again. You gotta really have a big imagination to read these texts. They're carved wrong, they're printed wrong. The dombo, rang ni gyal. Gyal means to fall down unconscious.
On its own.
Keel over.
Yeah.
Okay? Gyal means keel over. Rang ni,
On its own.
on its own. Nobody chopped it. It just will fall down. The tree will fall down, this big oak tree. And the guy just went, tuk, tuk, tuk. Okay, he got the marmahata. He got the killing point. Okay. Gyawa gyawa shindu. In the same way, lung nemi shepe lung rik tensik tume kachir teki chepa mambo chekyang. A person who doesn't know the crucial points of Buddhist practice, of spiritual practice, lung rik,
Scripture and logic.
yeah, they can use scriptures and logic, which is the two Buddhist ways to prove anything. Tensik Duma, they can use many logical proofs. Tensik is a difficult word. It refers either to the third element of a logical statement, a syllogism,
Reason.
or it refers to the whole syllogism. So you have to know which one. They can use a syllogism. Okay.
Same as a thought.
Yeah, same as thought. Dume, they can use lots of them. Kachirte. Anybody can guess while I eat a bite of my sandwich? Did you
Should I
eat?
say
And
it
they
out
won't
loud?
know.
Huh?
They won't know what it means.
The meaning, yeah.
They won't see the meaning.
They won't,
The C part is fine.
oh, yeah.
Looking. It's looking, not seeing. Looking.
Yeah,
They won't get to the mouth of the meaning, to the heart of the practice or something like that.
Kachir means looking to the outside and not looking inside.
Oh, cheer.
Externally oriented practice.
Oh.
Okay, not internally oriented practice. Okay, so kachirte means,
Cheers.
all these logics and syllogisms and, these kind of things are not looking into your own heart. Am I selfish? A logician is not worried about, am I selfish while I'm delivering this logic statement? Like the last hour and a half class I taught is all logic. Yeah. But did I pause to think if I was being selfish? No. Kachirteki. Chepa mambo chekyang. You can do all these big examinations, okay? Chepa. All these logical examinations. You want to cut the air for a bit? It is cold, I think. I mean, to me. Chepa mambo chekyang. You can keep doing all these, deep analysis. Chepa analysis, how's that?
Yeah.
Chekyang, but sungzin jo pele.
You're not going to blow it
You're
up.
not gonna grasp it. It won't be grasped.
These are the vines mentioned in Vajrayogini. Anybody want to take a shot?
The
Oh,
vines
but
are
you
trying
won't.
to
You won't be
loosen
able to unloosen the vines that
grasp.
bend.
Do you remember in the poetry in the
Grasping is what
Vajrayogini?
is grasped.
Yeah, the grasped and what is grasped. Sorry.
Say that
What?
again?
What is?
Subject and object.
Yeah,
Mm.
sungzin. It's a big subject in mind only, right?
Cool. Yeah.
The perceiver and the perceived have come from one karmic seed. So we're going to get to it tomorrow in the 6 kinds of emptiness. Sungzin Zeichik, same seed. Okay, here it means your tendency to misunderstand you see what you see and who's seeing. Okay, the objects perceived and the perceiver. Okay, your tendency to understand them. J-Pel.
Will grow.
Yeah, bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
J-Pel will grow. They will correspondingly grow bigger. The more logic you say, the prouder you get, the more you misunderstand me. Okay. It'd be better if you hadn't gone to the monastery. At least you'd be modest and ignorant. Yeah. Now you're immodest and learned. Okay. J. Pele, rather than, this lay is the comparative, rather than what we really want, which is namtok ch.
To cut the root of our misunderstanding.
Yeah, to
Be
cut
able
to cut your wrong ideas. This namtok, Okay, let's talk about number topa. So topa without the S means to think in a derogatory way. He thinks I don't like him. It implies misperception. Okay. But when you add nam to it, which is very much ultra tok, in Tibetan it means almost superstition. Okay, like to not walk under a ladder, or you see a black cat and you think it's bad luck. Those are all called nam tok. Somebody will say, "Come on, don't! You're just having a nam tok. That's just some kind of superstition." So the implication is here delusion. Okay, what's another word? Delusional idea.
Superstition.
Anyway, delusion. Minute.
Cut it, you're not able to.
Yeah, you won't be able to cut. If you don't find the killing point, you won't be able to stop your delusions about life. And instead of that, your misperceptions about where you and the things you see are coming from will just increase if your practice is outward oriented. Okay? Instead of looking inward for the killing point. Okay? Nila. Nedan dembe lam samo chungu re kyang ninian tamche ran dudu. But a path which incorporates killing points. Okay, a path in which you are also learning the killing point, which is your selfishness, your self-orientedness. If you undertake a path which has that killing point, sammo chungu re kyang, any little deep practice you do, you can do a half hour a day on Gakja number 3 or something. Okay, just any little practice you do about deep things, they're going to cause you ninang tamche. All of your, we had ninang today. I know we had it today.
Two appearances?
Not, yeah, but I gave you a better word for it. What?
Discrepancy.
The two, yeah.
Discrepancy.
Discrepancy, okay?
Yeah.
Looks one way, is a different way.
Yeah.
Okay? It looks like one way, but it is a different way.
Yeah,
That's called the discrepancy, capital D. Okay? Tamche, all your misperceptions, okay? All your perceptions that things are coming from their own side when they're actually coming from you. That's the full form. That duality. So in Buddhism, you can translate Ninang as duality, it's correct, but you better know what you're talking about. Okay? It doesn't mean the subject disappears into the emptiness, right? We studied it this morning. It doesn't mean your mind melts away and that's no more duality. It doesn't mean that. It means dual means there's an appearance and there's a real way and they don't match. Okay? All of your tendency towards that wrong kind of perception will be ch, n. You can cut it, chupa n. Does it take a lot of effort? Wrong druldu.
Easy.
Wrong drul means self-liberating.
Does it all.
It's a very popular Nyingma word. Okay, wrong drul, like, I don't know.
The mantra.
You-
Phrase everyone that you're
Yeah, you say booga baguga and then just boom,
Like that.
boom, you're there.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they call it self-liberation. Auto-liberation. The wrong here means auto.
All right.
Okay. So, not bubba, but
Oh, striking.
yeah, strike that killing point, taking care of yourself first, and then it is self-liberation. It is auto-liberation. You don't have to do a lot of other work. Okay. The advertising pitch on this text is, do this one thing, everything else is automatic. And here he uses the word for automatic, rangdo. Okay, you get free automatically. Just don't blah blah blah. Cut this one thing. Go for this one thing. Okay. So in each case, he's giving the metaphor, and then he's tying it to your real life. You see what I mean? You want to get rid of all your misperceptions? Learn to be like the woodsman. Okay, now we reach the third one, which is the sexiest one, which is really why I wanted to teach this today, and have my lady here today. Gyalpo Bhoja Deva. So this is this old thing where the real second row, cha cha cha, in Sanskrit is sad sad sa. Okay, bodhicitta. Okay, citta, chit, and that's why Russian is chitayu. I think so. It's no, I'm sorry, that's a bad example. Anyway, Raja and not Raja, king. Okay. Sorry, Russian is nyayu. Yes, nyayu. I know. Then in English you use a K. But the real J sound in ancient Sanskrit is a DZ. Okay. And that may be related to the word Zen, but that's another story. Okay.
Very
So
famous
there's a.
Yoga Sutra commentator in Raja Bhoja.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So anyway, oh yeah, maybe that's him. Anyway, here it's called Bhoja Deva. I think Bhoja means to enjoy. Deva. Sheb Chawe Kangbala.
Is it a verse?
This Kangba means his Pangzi.
In his collection.
No, come on. We
His
had that.
treasure house.
Good.
Yeah.
As I remember the full story, he has a treasure house.
Okay.
He's got gold in there. Everybody wants to break in. At Andine, we had half-inch steel on every wall.
Yeah.
The whole place was filled with hundreds of thousands of diamonds. We had to plate the floor, plate the ceiling, plate the walls. It had to be totally impregnable. Okay? In the old, okay.
So anyone ever tried breaking?
Yeah, so Goshin Shinkimi Shingrianti Korgyun Michepa Goshin Shingimi. I either Goshin means guard or it's misspelled, but in any case it means guard. Go means door. I'm not sure if Shin is spelled correctly, but it means doorkeeper, gatekeeper, door guard. Okay. Shingimi.
Wood.
Man of
Wood?
wood?
Yeah.
He
man
stood
They are
by
mannequins. They are mannequins.
Oh.
The guards are
Cool.
the guards are mannequins. Okay. They are wooden people.
Mannequin.
Okay. Shingimi. Realty Tunkor, and their arms are hooked up to pulleys and to gears, and they keep going like this.
With swords.
Yeah, like when you open the door, you trigger this thing, and they go like, chick, 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 and they kill you. You see, I saw that. Where was that? In a movie recently. Oh, I was in the Great Wall movie,
Ah,
and they were pulling up the big lizards, and then they put these big scissor things out, and they were cutting them in half.
Whoa.
It was cool. Okay, so that's a mannequin. It's a dummy with a sword arm, and it's hooked up to a wheel that's hooked up to a rope that goes to a waterfall that turns the paddle wheel, and then that turns the knife thing. You see? Okay. I think this is sexy. That's why I wanted to read the whole thing. Realty Tungor Gyumi Chepa. Gyumi Chepa means it never pauses. Okay? It keeps going like this all day, all night. As long as the water wheel is going, he's cutting at the door guard. Okay? Michepa Korwe, it's spinning. Okay? Inside the treasure house, there's a lake. Okay, Gyatso Chembo. It means a great lake. There's a pond. It's like Lost Raiders of the Ark, whatever. If you get past this one, then you got the next one. Okay, the next one is Nya and Chusin Sok Duma.
Died fish.
Gyupin number chen do yon der juk dupa tu kokin name shi be gaton do me shita kitab chini chi kan jumina. Gyatso Chembo Nyadan Chusin. It has mannequin whales and alligators.
What?
Alligators, crocodiles. Chusin means water witch or something like that, but it means a crocodile. So it's got all these sharks and crocodiles, but they're also made out of wood, and they're also run by the water wheel, and they got all these ropes and pulleys. Okay, so Duma Gyukbe number 10, and it's like a fair. What's that thing that at the fair that has the horses on it?
Oh, carousel. Carousel.
A carousel. Yeah, they're like a carousel. It spins around, and these fish are going like this, you see.
Machine.
But they have blades on them, and they cut up anyone who tries to get in. So this is another, like a carousel, and the fish are going like this, these wooden fish, but they have blades on the sides, and they chop up the person who's trying to get in. Okay, now that Chisin, so gyuk means to be running, right? Gyuk means to run. Gyukchik means, can you run and get that for me? It's what I tell the Allison all the time. Gyukchik, go get that tea for me. Run. Gyuk. What's a thought gyuk?
Horse race. Horse race.
Horse race, yeah. And it means when a lama's running out of time and they didn't cover the whole subject, they say, let's start a horse race. The Dalai Lama's really good at that. It'll take him 3 days to cover the first 2 verses of the 8. And then he finishes all of them in 15 minutes. And everybody's like, you know, okay. We say the Lama went on a horse race. Okay, they are running. The fish and the sharks and the alligators are running. Der Jukbar Dupa La. Der Jukbar Dupa means people who hope to get to the treasure. People who hope to get in. Okay? Juk means enter, right? People who hope to get in. Tunkorki Nemi Shepa, who don't know the killing point for that mechanism. Let's call it mechanism, I don't know. People who don't know the killing point, walk over to the water paddle, snip the rope. It's all over. It's all over. Yeah, well, I'm going to get there. Walk around the sharks, walk around the crocodiles, you know, ignore the mannequin with the sword. Don't try to sword fight with the mannequin. You know, don't struggle with the fish. Just walk behind and snip the wire. Snip the rope that's hooked up to the water wheel. And they all stop. Okay? It's all a teaching about chakras. Okay? You can send in 100 men. You can send in 1,000 men. Shidakitap. You can use the 4 modes of a good lama. Shi, Ge, Wang, Tak. Shi,
Peaceful.
peaceful. Ge, generous. Throw a party.
Party Lama.
Wang,
Power.
tough. Sorry, powerful. Tak,
Right.
kick their ass. These are called the 4 modes of a lama. Look what it cost. Okay?
You can come in.
And he's only mentioned 2 of them. You gotta go, right? Okay. We're gonna stop in 2 minutes. She's got to go to work. That's your coffee. But
I can see myself out, okay?
and we're supposed to stop now. That's for you. Do you have a jar? Next time. Cat. Cat. Can you take V just by the cafe on the way out? Can you take her by the cafe on the way out? Just go see it. See it live. She's got to go to work, but maybe she can stop and look at it for 30 seconds. What's that?
JB's.
That also. She'll take that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Give me a kiss.
Thank you.
Okay. When I get home, tell me I'm smart, okay? Here, take this.
Here, you take this.
I'll take this.
Take this
too.
cup.
Do you manage all that?
Okay, I'm so sorry. It's the best part.
It is the best.
It's getting good.
No, somebody help
We'll
her.
fill you in.
It's like that.
What happens?
No, Shopping's gonna help.
Wooden sharks.
Okay.
He gets in late.
Okay, don't forget to put that in, Josh. And just show her the coffee shop for 2 seconds. Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Thank you for coming. Okay, shida. So how many of the four we got here?
Two.
Yeah, shiwa.
She was peaceful and wrathful.
Yeah, you can use peaceful stratagems. You can use violent means. Top means means.
Methods and-
Okay? Jinye chekyang, no matter how many you do, if you don't know the killing point, juk minu. You
Yeah,
won't get
okay.
into the treasures. Okay? You won't reach the treasures. You'll get taken out. Okay? Juk minu. But, okay, cool. Tunkorki ne shepa, a person who knows the killing point of the mechanism, they, if he or she, chepa cuts a single, kupa means what's smaller than a rope?
A thread.
Twine.
String.
It's like a twine.
Thread, twine, rope.
Bigger than thread. Yeah, cord. The implication is it's not even as thick as a rope. It's like this. It's this thick. Okay? They sneak in and tick, they snip the cord. That'd be a good translation. They snip a single cord, tabu, something like a cord. Chunko dedak shikne. The whole mechanism falls apart. Shik is the past tense of jik that you have in the view of destruction. Jik, okay? The whole thing falls apart.
Not even
Okay?
cutting the cord, whole cord. Just
Yeah,
a piece of
yeah, you just cut one
There
strand.
you go.
Tramo means fine, a fine cord like this, not a big rope. Okay, Chunko dera shikne. They lock the juk nu. You can get into the treasures easy. They lock to means easy,
Oh, yeah.
with perfect ease. Okay. Shindu. Now let's finish this. Okay, we have 0 minutes, but we can just finish this, and then you have a teaching for. You can start meditating on it now. You see, it's very cool. Ne mebe betu. Many drastic efforts. Mang. Zul means drastic efforts, big efforts. He added be to zul.
No
Okay.
need to bother.
Among young, ne me, of a person who doesn't know the crucial point, they'll flail around in their spiritual practice. Many, I'm going to do vipassana, I'm going to do shamatha, I'm going to do, I need to do this, I need to do that. They're just flailing around. Ne me betu mang young. Umar lungsem juk minula, but they will not be able to get the wind and the mind into the central channel. Okay, which is what you need to see emptiness. Tantrically, you get prana, chi, into the jongmai, you see emptiness. You see, so it's just, do some yoga. Get the winds into the central channel. Okay, like that. They won't be able to. Nedan dembe mengak chung se tsamki. But if you just get a little instructions from a qualified person about the killing point, ne, okay, kyang, lungsem umar nyuwa nidu juk nuba. You'll quickly be able to get the wind into the central channel, the wind and the minds, winds and the thoughts into the central channel. Yin sung, said our lama. He's still reporting a teaching by Sarchen, I guess. Then there's a famous tantric teaching about the three crucial points. Okay, and he says, if you focus your efforts only on ni, a path which involves this sabne, deep killing point, okay, then there are three nays you have to know about. You want to talk spiritual nays? You want to talk spiritual killing points? Here they are. Number 1, Shi Chen Chen Korwe Ne. You have to know the key to the foundation of the whole thing, which is samsara. You got to know the key to samsara. Number 1. Number 2, Lam Gombe Ne. You got to know the key to the path, to your practice. And you have to know the key to Buddha levels, okay, to Buddha paradises, Buddha levels. If you have those three, dot dot dot. Okay, I cut it there. Okay. 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 Because, and then by the way, in the part you're going to go to, 1, 2, 3, 3 short paragraphs. He's going to give his version of what those 3 are. That's what's his name? Temba Rabge. Chichen Temba Rabge. So that name should be on your lips. Chichen Temba Rabge. Our Lama, the one who taught the crown and knives, he's gonna give his version of those 3: the woodsman, the butcher, and the mechanic, master mechanic. Okay,
The Indiana Jones.
and his description is much shorter.
You've had a good wizard skilled in.
Wizard, I like wizard.
The wizard.
You have historic.
Yeah, I like wizard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tantric series 14 and 17. We go through. We have this.
I think I cut it out for you. I think I put it in your Dropbox.
This is 17.
This is my Dropbox, okay? I mean, this is my computer. Tantric Series 14 reading
Yeah.
about crucial points.
You
I-
do spend more time on it in 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's the ACI Tantric course reading about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
My new approach to teaching Tantra is to sneak it into the sutra classes. Nobody knows they're getting Tantra, but it's in your Dropbox. Okay, it's called TS14, Tantric Series 14. And that was a whole class devoted to that subject. So I think, it's up to you to craft an interesting presentation about it. All right, we gotta go to the next class. You're welcome. Thank you for thinking. Buddhi Chushi Meto Cham Viragling Shi Ninde Yapadi Sangye Shindu Mite Uwargi Joku Namda Shila Chuparsho Hiram Guru Ratna Mandala Kanyayatayami Di Keokun Sunam Yeshe Tsotsoshin Sunam Yeshe Nechuwe Tampar Kuni Toparsho. So, yay.